You gotta go to obtain. There's only one way you're gonna get there, and it's the manifestation thing, man. Some people doubt me, bro, and that gets me going. So at the end of the day, you just gotta go get it yourself. You got nothing on me, let them know, man. Welcome to the video, YouTubers essay. You clicked on this video because you're not disciplined in the gym. It's currently May, and you're not even in the shape you want to be for summer, right? So, how are you gonna do that? That's exactly what I'm gonna be covering in this very video. I'm going to the gym, so I'm gonna be showing you the work ethic inside the gym. I'm gonna help you understand momentum, consistency, and discipline, how they intertwine, how you use them to your advantage. I'm using my platform to encourage people in self-improvement, in fitness, and everything that fits around that. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 9 years old. That's 10 years ago. So it's only right I made my return. We've got back day at the gym today. Gonna take my pre-workout and we're gonna smash this session. Beautiful stuff, by the way. First things first, if you're waiting for somebody like myself to come and motivate you, you're doomed. You're absolutely doomed, because I'm not gonna be able to get you in the gym. No amount of motivational speaking I can do, no amount of information I can provide you with. You need to get yourself, ticket man. You need to get yourself inside of the gym. You're the one that needs to lift weight. You're the one that needs to run cardio. You're the one that needs to sort out your nutrition. I can provide you with all the information that you need. You can get my training program, but unless you're willing to put the work in, you're not gonna progress. Don't expect to wake up one day thinking, right, Monday I'm gonna be ready. You're not. You're never gonna be ready to start doing something like this, because for one, if it was easy, we'd all have six packs. We'd all be benching 140, squatting 240, deadlifting 250. Like, if it were easy, you wouldn't even have clicked on this video to begin with. I'm an online coach, right? So for all of my clients, I help keep them accountable. That's mostly what they're paying for. Whenever my clients feel discouraged, I can motivate you. I can very well do that. But after that phone call, you have to go get your steps in. You have to go prep your meals. You have to go put the hour in the gym. I'm not gonna be able to do it for you. Now, because you have clicked on this video, that means you're on the right path. You're looking for that discipline. That's the start. That's exactly the start. Whatever dreams you've got in the back of your head, you've got to fulfill them, right? Whatever goals you have, long term, short term, you have to fulfill them. That's what you feel like your purpose on this earth is. Your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, you must fulfill them, or you're gonna feel like you're underachieving in life. And if you ever feel like you're underachieving in life, that's where you start going down the wrong paths. For example, this is what I notice within myself especially, right? Understand this. On a day-to-day basis, you must be achieving. As human beings, we're designed to achieve. We go to work on a day-to-day basis, we make our money. We have to feed ourselves, we have to achieve, otherwise we're gonna be underachieving. This is you ticking boxes daily. Do you get it? And when you're ticking boxes, you're stimulating your brain positively. That's dopamine that you're releasing in your head. That is good for your mental health, good for your life. If you're achieving, that means you're getting better for yourself, right? Now when you start underachieving and you feel like you're not good enough, you got a certain level that you want to reach and you're not reaching it, you start to really fall off. Now, me in particular, when I'm underachieving, when I'm not stimulating my brain positively, ticking boxes daily, getting that dopamine hit from achieving my goals on a day-to-day basis, I feel low. I beat myself up about it every day. And if you're not holding yourself accountable every single day to get to your goals, do you know what? I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna be very vulnerable with you guys right now. My car broke down. This very baby right here, my mini Ace man, right? So she broke down, right? In that period, she was in the garage. I wasn't going to the gym. I couldn't get myself to the gym. Cool. I very well easily could have. But a lot of other things hit me on the very same day, right? So I wasn't going to the gym, so I was underachieving. And when that was happening, I was feeling very low because I wasn't stimulating my brain. I wasn't getting to my goals. So I started smoking. I started cheating on my diet. And there were some major setbacks. There were some poor setbacks, stupid mistakes. Because if I'd have just stayed locked in, I'd be so ahead right now. I'd be way ahead of where I am right now. I put on weight. I lost my abs. My cardio got really bad. My mental health was not in check. But I had to correct myself, man. And every single day I was reminding myself, what am I doing? But I just couldn't. I physically couldn't. I was stuck. I was absolutely stuck. But no one was coming to save me. There's no amount of talking I could have gotten from anyone that I looked up to, any video that I watched. It's just not possible. It's here and here. You just gotta remember that. So at the end of the day, you just gotta go get it yourself. Anyway, let's get inside of the gym. It's 9:24. I need to be work at 11. So we gotta get inside. What I've got in my hand right here is a MAJIC Protein cookie dough, right? I'm on a cut. I'm trying to get my abs for summer. Every single Friday, if I eat this, it satiates my cravings every single time. And the best thing about this is 28 grams of protein and 306 calories. So this sweet cookie dough dessert right here is not hindering my process of losing weight whatsoever. And sweet tooth's getting taken care of. So listen, you might be like myself. You need something sweet every now and then. But there's ways to get around that and get to your goals. MAJIC, hit the link in the description and get your MAJIC today.
I start every single session with 10 minutes of cardio. I then finish every single session with 10 minutes of cardio. This is the easiest way for me to get it done. I've just started cycling to and from the gym now as well. It saves me time and I enjoy it.
To be honest, that's probably your first time you see the fitness influencer. Obviously I need bodybuilding, strength training, doing the ski ergs. The way I say it, cardio is cardio. I can switch it up as much as I like. And if I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible, I need to do that. I need to keep things fresh. If that's how you're gonna get your cardio done, switch it up. Obviously, it's a back and triceps day. How I start my back and triceps day is with an isolated exercise for the lats, and that's literally the lat pullover. With all my exercises, every single day I'm in the gym, I warm up my muscles with an isolated exercise. That's just how I get to feel the muscle when it comes to the compounds. So obviously back day, start with lat pullovers. If I'm doing chest, I'm gonna do some pec flies. Legs, you already know, leg extensions or my leg curls. If I don't warm up my isolateds, I don't feel the muscle working as much, especially with back. A lot of people tell me, especially a lot of my clients, will just tell me, lat pull down, they can't even feel their lats. 9 times out of 10, this will fix your problem. Swiftly onto barbell rows. You really want to target your mid traps. Boy, this workout is serious. For all my exercises, 2 sets to failure. Sometimes 3 sets to failure. Today, to be honest, it's always 3 sets to failure. Today, I have no time to be doing that. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's 9:49. I'll be working at 11 on my second exercise. Makes no sense. Notice, I'm not letting my spine around like that. That's just how you get hurt. And that's why I need to go up in weight. Last week I was doing that for 8 to 10 reps. That was 17 reps, but what's going on? Getting strong.
Those 3 exercises, that's all you need to grow your back. Lat pull over, barbell row, and lat pull down. Now think about it. That's already 9 sets for your back already. Don't overcomplicate it. If you keep it simple and stick to it, be consistent, that's where the gains are. You'll start progressing. Back complete. We're on to triceps now. When it comes to push downs, I use 2 cables, 1 for each arm. Try it, I promise you. The extension you can get is maximized compared to if I'm using a rope. Now I'm using these, I can extend all the way back. And even make sure your elbows stay in front of you as well. Keep the load on the triceps. If you want to get that good pump, this is exactly how it's done. It's these little 1% things you need to implement into your training that's going to get you further. If you want to progress, if you feel like you're slowing down, you're plateauing, it's the little 1% things, supplements, nutrition, extra work. Just understanding what you're doing, educating yourself. Time for one of the most serious exercises of this session, weighted dips. If you ain't got yourself a weighted belt, you're lacking. Dips are good for your triceps and your chest, and even your front delts also. So if you're not even using this in your entire program, you're lacking, you're not serious. I can't stress enough for you to not skip your dips. It is the best exercise to grow your lower chest. And you might even be thinking, why that would be a priority of mine on back day. I'm gonna at least train my chest at least 3 times a week. And if I can do that just a little bit, that's fine. On back day especially, where chest is not even my priority. My training split is reverse push-pull legs, which is push-pull legs. However, I swap biceps and triceps. So I do triceps on back day, biceps on chest day. My arms need more volume. If I want my arms to get wham, you need to do more. On back day, I'm indirectly hitting my biceps already. They're being trained today. And then on chest day, they're getting trained again. So there's more volume. It's the exact same thing for my dips. When I'm doing my dips and obviously I'm prioritizing my triceps today, but my lower chest is still involved. It still clocks in. It's still taking part. But that's good because I need to grow my lower chest because I neglected it. I've been focusing on my inclines, not enough on my lower chest. If you really want that 3D look, yes, do your inclines. Don't neglect your lower chest though. This is my very last exercise, overhead extension. So for triceps, you only need 3 exercises really. I've got a push down, I've got dips, the compound, and I've got overhead extension, right? The push down really targets the lateral head, whereas the overhead extension is going to target the long head. And even a drop set every now and then, it doesn't even have to be organized. If you feel like, oh, that set weren't even enough, put the weight down and keep going. And for me, may not be for you, but that is my level. That's the severity. If I'm not getting to that level in my set, I'm leaving gains on the table. I'm leaving so much opportunity to progress more there. And it's right here. It was in my hands. If you're doing a set half-heartedly, you're just leaving gains on the table. If you've got a gym partner especially, they can they can motivate you, they can literally be there encouraging you to keep pushing and keep pushing. But listen, I train on my ones. I train on my ones. For 4.5 years, I trained on my ones. Fair enough, to begin with, I was training with a lot of my pals, but that man all fell off, I'm gonna be so real. But I just train on my ones, and I've gotten myself to a point where it doesn't matter if my lactic acid is hurting my arm. Bro, if I can get the weight above my head, I'm gonna do it. And I encourage you to do the exact same thing, because you've got a goal to obtain, and there's only one way you're gonna get there, and it's a manifestation thing, man. That's actually all it is. Now that you've watched a whole video of mine, what you've seen is motivational speaking without structure. This part of the video is the main part of the video where I explain to you what discipline is, how to be disciplined, what qualities do I need to become disciplined. Really take this in, all right? Because this is exactly how I've been able to go to the gym consistently for 4.5 years. These are the 3 ways to develop discipline. The first one you need is motivation times momentum. Motivation can only get you so far. You watch a video on TikTok, you watch this video, someone gives you a speech at the gym, or your friend is hyping you up in a set. That's motivation. That is short term. Discipline is a fixed term version of it. How can you stay motivated? That's all down to what your surroundings are. The people you surround yourself with, the content you're consuming, because social media is a big part of everybody's life nowadays. So we're consuming social media every single day. If you're watching brain rot videos, that's what you're soaking up. And what you soak up is what you project. If you start watching content like this is the information you will soak up and project. So start watching more content like this. Your reels and TikToks should all be videos like and similar to this. I'm not saying 100% of the time. You need to surround yourself and soak up this sort of things. Once you've got that down, you now need momentum, because you need to be doing this for a prolonged period of time. And that amount of time is fixed forever, because this line of life we live is, you need to stay disciplined to progress and level up every single day. How can I stay on a road of momentum? And I'm not gonna ask you to pump the brakes. I'm not ever gonna ask you to do that. I will never say do that. I never tell myself to do that. I'm not trying to say make yourself burn out, all right? We're trying to avoid that. I'm just saying, go 80% every single day. I'm not talking about within the gym, I'm talking about everything. And before I progress with this point, you need a routine. I can't stress that enough. If you're not an organized person, you can't progress. If you have no structure, you're gonna be lost in whatever you're doing. Now, once you've got a schedule, you just need to stick to that and don't stop. If you break that chain once, it has a knock-on effect. You take one day off, okay, I couldn't be asked to do this today, but I will get back on my feet tomorrow. If you've allowed your brain to step out of that zone, the chances are you're gonna let yourself step out another time and another time, because that one day could turn into 1 week. That 1 week could turn into you having to click on this video again. 2025's goals didn't work. I'll just do it 2026. 2026's goals didn't work. I'll just do it 2027. Or even, Monday's gone now. I just have to do it next Monday. That's just a poor mindset. I've already slightly touched upon the next 2 points. If you haven't surrounded yourself with the right motivation, and you haven't organized yourself for the momentum, you can't even get to discipline, man. I promise you that. Now, the second point is environment. Humans are impressionable. Now, if you surround yourself with lazy people, or criminals, or idiots, you'll soak up their personality, the way they do things, everything, the way they talk, the way you'll just unconsciously start mimicking these people. So you need to surround yourself with a crowd that are winners. You have to. And quite frankly, if your people aren't winners, or they aren't focused, or they ain't got ambition,
You need to just cut them off. I'm not saying don't ever chat to them. I'm just saying that shouldn't be your crowd. That shouldn't be the people you rock with every day, because you're a part of it, and that's your personality. You can't do that, man. You just can't. And it's quite sad. I know it is. I'd say I train on my own all the time, and I have been training on my own since a long while. Some people have joined, some people have left. Do you know what I mean? No hate to none of these people. They couldn't match my timing. They couldn't match where I'm trying to get to, or they had other ambitions elsewhere. It don't matter what it is. Listen, if they're not on your timing, they're not gonna help you level up. That's what I'm saying. And you can't even help them level up. If they're not on what you're on, then quite frankly, there's nothing that they can do for you. There's nothing you can do for them. Environment is also, like I said, what you're consuming on a day-to-day basis. Environment is putting yourself in an actual environment. So for example, some people can't work out at home. They need to step into a gym because the environment stimulates their brain to get to work. Some people can't work in their bedroom. They need an office so they can stimulate their brain to get into that mode. That's also environment. Find the structure that works for you. Once you find it, hammer down at that, man. Don't let go, because once you find something that works, bro, stick to it. Now, the third thing you're gonna need is the mindset. If you've got the mindset of a lazy person, you're gonna do lazy things. Now, if you've got the mindset of a winner, you're gonna win. Do you know what I hear so much? I absolutely hate it when I hear that I can't. Because who told you were incapable? Only you did. And to begin with, you never actually went out and tried to see if you could go get it. Oh, I couldn't do the gym thing. I couldn't be rich. I couldn't run 5K. I could never do that. Because you're manifesting that. Your mindset is what you manifest. You need to project positivity. You need that sort of mindset. You need to carry yourself like you actually are looking through your eyes for the rest of your life. Because one day you're not gonna wake up and look through a winner's eyes. How do you think that winner became who they are? They believed in themselves. No one else is gonna believe in you before you do. And that is just the sheer reality of it. I see every single day that some people doubt me, bro. And that gets me going. That actually gets me going. And some people's perspective on that is, no one believes in me, no one believes in me, no one believes in me. And it makes them feel smaller, and it makes them, do you know what I mean? Not me, man. Bro, I don't need no one to believe in me. I believe in me. And that is so important. That is so, belief in self. You're your own best friend. I promise you got your back for the rest of your life. You don't know if your best friend, your brother is gonna stab you in the back. You don't know that. But if you got your own back and you got a screwed on head, you got a rock solid mindset, you're fine, man. You can win on your ones. But like I said, surround yourself in an environment of winners and like-minded people and people that have your best interest. Those are the three things, the three most important things to help you get disciplined. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel. This is my first video back. Drop a like and drop a comment. What is your situation? Explain it to me and I'll have a conversation with you down there, I promise you. If you need online coaching, hit the link in the description. All of my socials, they're also in the description and they're even on the screen right now. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Essay and I'm gonna come back next week. Don't come back to the next video and not have made any progress.